Welcome to the Feel Your Best Formula podcast. Are you over 40 and tired of struggling with your weight, dieting, and constantly feeling like you're starting over with nutrition and fitness? Do you wish you had more energy? Do you want to lose weight and finally keep it off for good? I'm Lil, a certified nutrition coach and former registered nurse. I too have been there, and at the age of 44, I decided I was done with fad diets and chasing a lower number on the scale. I was so tired of constantly starting over and wondering why I couldn't get lasting results. I became a nutrition coach and created the Feel Your Best formula for women who want to build muscle, lose fat, and keep it off for good. If you're ready to build a better relationship with food, the scale, and your body, let's build your formula for feeling your best. If you're new here, make sure to check the episode details for the link to my newbie starter guide. You'll receive an email straight to your inbox with everything you need to start building your Feel Your Best formula. I'm so glad you're here. Now let's dive into today's episode. Hello, good morning, happy Friday. Welcome to today's mini session on the Feel Your Best Formula podcast. And I'm Lil, of course. So today's is going to be a really quick topic. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information and hopefully it can just help you think about your plan for next week and move forward with some new ideas on how to take action more effectively. So I've talked about this multiple times here and there on my social media, but I wanted to give this a home on my podcast because it's just a little thing that can make such a big difference. And we're going to talk about how important it is to create mini habits that support your big goals. So this means that your healthy habits, those big rocks, those things like getting your workout in and eating healthy, those things cannot live in a vacuum. You can't just work out whenever you feel like it, unless you live alone, don't have a job, live a life of luxury. You can't just wake up each day and go, oh, I think I'll do my workout now, or I'll do it later, or whatever. You also just can't magically decide to cook a specific meal or, just go on a walk and get your activity in whenever the mood hits. Sadly, this is just not the case for the vast majority of us. Probably 99.9% of us just cannot snap our fingers and do whatever we want on a whim. So if you want to successfully create these big rock habits that have a really big impact on your overall health and wellness and support your long-term health goals, then you've got to build these little mini supporting habits. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So, for example, if you want to start working out at 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever it is. And this is a completely change in your routine, your lifestyle, and it's going to be a bit of a shock to your system. So let's say you've taken a good hard look at your weekly schedule, and the reason you're choosing to work out at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. or 6 a.m. is you just realize that realistically, this is the only time in your life that you can promise yourself that you can get this done, because your afternoons are filled with kids' activities, or, dinner time is really important. Whatever it is, I'm a big believer in getting your workout done first thing. And usually that does mean you have to get up earlier than you were prior to being someone who works out every day or 3 days a week, 5 days a week, or whatever. So let's pretend you previously used to just get up, jump in the shower, start your day without having to think a whole lot about it. I mean, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you do your hair and makeup, you get dressed, you eat breakfast, you get the rest of the household ready, and you just kind of already have a routine with that, obviously. But now you're going to have to wake up a whole hour, minimum of a half hour earlier than you used to, just to get this workout done. I mean, even if you're just doing a half hour workout, you got to wake up, you got to go to the bathroom, you got to put your clothes on. There's all these little things that happen along the way. And while only 30 minutes of it is doing the actual workout, you can't get the workout done unless you do all these other things. So this is where the supporting habits come in. Your main habit is doing the workout, but it's just so much more than just doing the workout. In looking at the big picture, you're going to have to make a change in your bedtime. So you're going to have to change your evening routine a little bit. You're very quickly going to realize that being prepared, having your workout clothes ready to go, having a pre-workout snack ready to go, having your water bottle ready, making sure that you have the little things like a hair elastic, your socks, your sports bra, your underwear that you would prefer to work out in, your workout space set up. All these things are going to factor into how successful you are at getting that workout in. If you've got to run around for 10 minutes looking for your sneakers, that can affect whether or not you get your workout in. So it sounds easy in theory. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. and get my workout in, but being organized and also understanding that you might need to tweak things, being open to learning what does and does not work is going to be essential if you want to make this habit last more than a hot minute. These supporting habits are going to mean life or death to those goals that you set. And you need to create systems that make it as easy as possible to work towards your goals. One of my favorite quotes is James Clear from his book Atomic Habits, where he says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." And just focusing on that big thing that you want to do, like getting in shape, while neglecting all the other small, teeny tiny moving parts that are required to make that happen and help you be successful for it and make it easy. Again, the system that you set up that system because the easier something is to do, the more likely you are to do it and to stick with it for the long term. It's not going to get you anywhere if you neglect these little supporting habits. So next time you think about setting a new goal, remember that you're going to need to put the effort into creating supporting habits, and you have to be just as diligent, if not more diligent, about creating habits that work for you. These little teeny tiny things that help you be successful with the larger habit, because they're going to be the deciding factor on whether or not you are successful. Okay, so this is it. This is today's mini session, and I really hope you found it helpful. Make sure to tune in Monday morning because I have a really special podcast episode for you, and I really think you're going to love it. Okay, see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of the Feel Your Best Formula podcast. If you haven't already, make sure to check the episode details for my new listener starter guide, and any additional resources mentioned in the episode can also be found in the show notes on my website. You can always find me on Instagram at macroswithlil, and for more healthy lifestyle tips, recipes, and information on my one-to-one and group coaching services, make sure to check out my website. All the links can be found below. If you know someone else who is ready to start building their formula for feeling their best, please share the love and send them a link to the podcast. I hope you found today's episode helpful, and I'll see you back here next week for a brand new one.